The tarp is one of my favorite desensitizing tools. Now, before you even begin tarp work, you want to make sure you have your basic groundwork done, which this horse here does. He knows how to yield his hip, his shoulder, back up, lead beside, pick up all of his forefeet, and is generally desensitized to us just being around him and nice and relaxed. So the first step of this, which you don't see here, is just approach and retreat. Make sure he's comfortable even seeing that tarp to begin with. And then you just want to make sure you can rub it all over him and that he's not worried about any part of his body. Once you got that step done, then you want to go ahead and start flapping it. Okay, increase that intensity. And if he were ever to show any fear or reaction, we would just kind of let him go around, bring him back in, and start all over again and build that confidence up. Now here we see this horse really take nicely to this tarp. His ears are still going, he's still engaged, but he's not overly concerned about it. There you see a little bit of him turn away, so Isaac comes back in and just rubs him and reassures him he doesn't need to be worried about it. Now we've kind of condensed this video a lot, so this is the next step. I like to increase that intensity, and I had Isaac toss that up over his head. You always hear people say, well, what if a plastic bag falls out of the sky? Well, we're trying to teach him to say, well, that might be a little scary, but human says I can be relaxed, so that's what I'm going to choose to do. So this next exercise is just a kind of another level to what we were doing. Now, we would start with that tarp all the way back towards Isaac and then slowly decrease that space between the horse and the tarp to where you get this result. Okay? And again, we don't want to push this horse to where he's super fearful about it, so we'll work within his comfort zone, but we always have to kind of test it just a little bit. So we want to make sure that he's still willing to canter and work for us, even though that scary stimulus is right there beside him, which we can see that he does here very nicely. Again, we're not telling him he's not allowed to be afraid. We just want him to ask some questions before he reacts. And that's exactly what you see him do here. Nice and relaxed, hanging out. That's what we like to see. Let us know if you like this video, and if you have any questions about tarp work or training, please feel free to reach out.